Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Office Hours with the Professor, the show where I say things. Today we're going to talk about the Ket alphabet, and we're going to learn a few of the different sounds of the Ket language. And I'm also going to announce a cool, awesome, super fun contest. So let's start by looking at the letters of the Ket alphabet. And this is not an alphabet of my own devising, but this is based on Ed Vida's alphabet that he uses in his Lincoln grammar and in some of the other materials that he's put out on Ket. So I don't really take credit for this. So let's start. A, B, D, E, G, H, sorry, Y, K, H, M, N, Eng, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. So now that we know the alphabet, let's go over a few of these letters that have different sounds and things that we need to remember. So let's start with A, okay? So A can have three different sounds, and really we just kind of need to memorize which case is which. We can have an A sound like in cats, okay? We can have an ah sound like in, well, like in some English varieties would say father, right? Like for example, my own variety, Upper Midwest American English, we say my father, right? So, and then we could also have ah. So maybe some other people would say my father, right? We also have the b, and this can have three different allophones, okay? And allophones, of course, are different varieties of the same sound, or in linguistics, we would say the same phoneme. So we can have b at the beginning of a word. We can also have the, which is between two vowels. We will never see the except between two vowels. We also have p at the end of a word. So really, b, p, the are the same sound, just at different places in a word. Remember, beginning, middle, end, okay? And that's kind of a simplification. Beginning, between two vowels, and end. Then, now this also can have three different sounds depending where it is. Here's what we would have at the beginning of a word. Re is what we have between two vowels. Oh, sorry. Te is what we have at the end of the word. Okay. E could be or okay? Could be With these vowels, remember, we're not quite sure how these sound rules work out, but really, if we see them in a word, we just have to memorize which sound each of these are. G. Now, on the other hand, G is an allophone of K. So remember, G and K are really just the same sound depending where in the word it is. This is the same as our H sound in English. So, h, not too strong. E, y, k, is. Okay, the is a hard one, and this is one of my favorite sounds. It's a cool sound. It's the same L sound like we have For instance, in Mongolian, in some of the Eskimoan languages, the Eskimo Aleut languages, we have this sound also. Okay, I love this sound. It's like you move your tongue to make an L sound, but don't make an L sound. Make an H sound instead. What you should end up with is this. Sh, sh, sh. Okay? Now at the beginning of the word, we have sh, with a very slight T sound, very light. Between two vowels, we have le, just like in English. And at the end of the word, we have is. Okay, so depending where we are, we could be le, or is. M, n, la. Our O could be o, or ah, p, ko. Now this could have, again, three different sounds. Kh at the beginning of a word, r between two vowels, or ka at the end of a word. We already talked about this one. Again, we already talked about this one. This is an allophone of d, and this is what happens to d at the end of a word. Remember, u, v. And again, once again, this is what happens to b between two vowels. Okay? So now that we know the different sounds that each letter can make, let's look at some examples. Now that we know the letters and the sounds that the letters make, let's try to put these letters into some examples and say some words that have these letters in them, okay? So first, let's have ah is for as, meaning I or ego, myself, right? Be is for meaning no. De is for is, meaning child. E is for meaning yes. Ge is for, we have two, teeth, meaning swan. Second, we have ge for cold, meaning autumn. He is for hina, meaning small. E is for im, or pine nuts. Okay? Is for in or inum, okay, which could mean two or two of them. Okay? Ye is for yellow, which is the Ket name of the Yellow River of central Siberia. Ke is for ku'u, meaning soot or embers. Tle is for tlaak, meaning Selkuk, who were another tribe who lived near the Ket and were friends with them. Okay? Allel, and here we have both the L between the vowels for a L and at the end of a word for a sh. So allel and an allel. What is an allel? An allel is like a female guardian spirit that Ket families would keep in their homes. So, continuing on, im is for mamul, meaning milk, and the literal translation of this is breast water. So mamul, milk. In is for nyetin, which means bread, and this is really cool because this was originally not necessarily bread like we think of it, but it was this kind of flat bread that Ket people would traditionally make by grinding up lily bulbs and then making a kind of a pancake or flatbread out of it. This is nyetin. Okay? In being for bang, meaning earth. Bang, bang. Okay? O is for op, meaning your dad or your father. Pe is for up, meaning mine. Ko is for, it could be three different sounds, remember. Ko is the mouth of a river. Okay? And here's the r. Adam, meaning it is good. We also have tlk, meaning pelts. So tlk. And remember, that's just a ka, okay? We have kid or kire, meaning this, depending on the gender of the noun. Kid or kire, okay? This we have suhul, meaning sled. Te is for teep, which is the word for dog. And this is easy. Ooh, meaning the word for you, singular. Then we have the word oham, which means parents. Hey everyone, just a quick addendum to what I just did. I forgot to put in the very important Ket tone system. So let's talk about Ket as a tonal language. So just like Chinese, for example, okay, Ket has a word that can change its meaning depending on the tone that we say it with, right? So, for example, I have here this good example, all right? K, O, Y, okay? And we have 4 different tones that we can put this word into. Our first tone is a high even tone, being koi. And this is the word for your uncle or your aunt. So koi, uncle, aunt, first tone. Second tone is glottalized. So we have koi. Most Ket words are actually this tone. So this is kind of more delicate when we're using it in an actual conversation and we're not really putting emphasis, right? So we could say koi, koi, meaning wish. So for example, if I want to say that I'm hungry, I could say "이세상아 koi," meaning meat to eat it is my wish, or meat to eat is my wish. 3. All right, third tone is going up and then down again. So maybe if anyone speaks Chinese, you know, in Chinese we have this one, right? So going down and then up. This is the opposite. We go up and then down again. So for example, holy, meaning your neighbor, okay? The fourth tone is just like in Chinese, and it's a sharp falling tone. Oh, I forgot to put in my diacritic. Here we go. Okay, our fourth tone is koi, and that is the word for bear. But wait, there's more. There's also a 5th tone. It's a secret tone. And what is this tone? No tone at all. So this happens when you have long words with suffixes or something after that our word is only one part of, one syllable of. So let's take a look at this 5th secret lack of tone, or antitone as I like to call it. So let's take a look at this word. The bit means I am turned into a bear, presumably by some shamanistic means, right? So here's our word. Remember, the word koi means bear, right? And it's 4th tone. But here, since it's in the middle of this big word, we've actually taken out the tone entirely. So we, in Ket, don't necessarily need to have a tone on every single little syllable, especially in bigger long words like this. Okay, so our 5th tone is just really the lack thereof. For example, the koi bit. So that is a quick introduction to the Ket alphabet. Now, I have something really cool to announce, and I have a special, awesome, cool contest for every one of my viewers out there on the internet. So I was trying to think of a good way to remember the Ket alphabet, and then I thought, well, why don't we just have the alphabet song in Ket? But then I had an even better idea. Why don't you come up with an alphabet song in Ket? So, everybody, if you're interested, please think of a good tune to sing the Ket alphabet to. It doesn't have to be just the alphabet song. It can be any song, your favorite song, and sing the Ket alphabet to it. Okay? record yourself saying it and send it to me at professorsoffice@gmail.com. And I'll look at them, and the one that I like the most will get to be on our video, okay? So that's your contest. That is your homework. Go home and record yourself singing the Ket Alphabet song, audio, video, whatever. And in our next video, we're going to talk about we're going to do our very first Ket lesson, and we're going to learn how to introduce ourselves and talk about what's this and what's that. Okay? So, see you next time, everybody. Take it easy.
Remember when we have gone through the gate of beauty.